for the Arcadian that they will be putting on soon. But speaking of unranked players, we have two very not unranked players here in front of us in winners semifinals, and that is going to be BONK on the Meta Knight and Zomba here on the R.O.B. Zomba, of course, recently being placed as #2 in all of New York. Very impressive by him, and going to be starting off trying to take yet another fusion.
Oh, God.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, I guess he just witnessed #4 in PA and said, oh, well, you better hold that. And to be fair, coming up against BONK's Meta Knight, who's proven time and time again that his combo game is legit, even against some of the great ROBs like Wadi over in the Xanadu area.
Oh no,
yeah,
Ubu.
he's
Oh,
got it all. He's got it all. He keeps it going.
Ubu, so many up airs in a row. Look at him, he's popping up in the player cam. It doesn't even matter. BONK knows exactly what he just did, taking Zomba from 0% all the way up into the top blast zone with up air after up air after up air. And well, this isn't looking too great for Zomba off at the start. An SD at 0% immediately into getting 0 to death. I would think he's got a lot of work to do, but if anyone's going to be doing it, it is going to be the Wunderkind from New York. R.O.B is very, very capable at pulling this back with just a couple low % kills.
Yeah, and I mean, Zomba has been showing time and time again that R.O.B has just so much X Factor available to him, but these resets, just missing, but he still went for the shuttle loop, just getting trading with Zomba. Yet, I mean, after taking 136, a clean 64 is certainly, you're going to take that to the bank, getting called out for that up air, and hey, 0 to deaths, don't play matchups, you still got to be careful with a R.O.B and a gyro in his hand.
Right, that's exactly what I was about to say, Ubel. When that gyro is in hand, that X Factor is insane, but look at how high they're going up there. Zomba going to be able to survive through that tornado, but I thought for sure we could have been seeing a star KO at any moment. Is going to be able to retake stage control, and now with that gyro playing the wingman on the ledge, here come the resets, the down tilt into the side B, the arm rotor, now puts BONK in a very dangerous position off stage. He has to get past this gyro to get in against Zomba, and if he's not able to do this, this could be Zomba stealing away the game with only one stock to play with, which would be an incredible feat. And speaking of an incredible feat, a deep attempt for the fair, but no dice yet.
BONK is just so high rolling with these back airs, looking for the edge guard, but he is able to close out on Zomba, getting greedy himself. Normally that back air is incredibly safe to throw out on ledge. It pulls you back into center, able to space out, and while still covering with such a strong hitbox, yet BONK, after all of this offstage play, surprises Zomba with that dimensional slash. Crazy, just an absolute bananas game one that Zomba still was able to bring back after basically starting with only one stock.
Yeah, and I think that means that going into game #2, should Zomba be able to play with more than one stock, it could be a very, very different story, but BONK, of course, is more than capable of just ripping those away nonetheless. And that dimensional cape, that thing that he does from off stage, like doing the dimensional cape back up onto the stage for the KO, I've actually seen him do it a few times. I remember watching him at Port Priority, like dimensional cape to ledge 3 times, and then the 4th time he did it back past the ledge, and he got the kill off of it, and his opponent just kind of like threw up their hands. They were like, what was I supposed to do there?
Hey, I mean, the move was conceived about the same time as flip jump, so a down B that gets you at a disadvantage for free is a similar enough kind of concept, don't you think?
Speaking of disadvantage, though, Zomba's got to be very careful here. He's getting caught by these up airs, is able to fall out of it, so BONK is just forced to go for the fair for that little bit of extra %. Can't find the follow-up he wants, and takes a back air to the face for his troubles, and a snipe by Zomba. A beautiful use of the laser is going to result in that first stock going down. So, Ubel, I think it's safe to say this has been a much better start for Zomba than the last game.
And Zomba in winners has always proven to be just a little bit more human, I guess. Always able to find his way through grand finals, but often doing it through losers. But this is a Zomba that's looking fresh and ready to go after a nice, I guess a nice weekend maybe he had, but he's looking to get this game off of BONK and take it to game 3 without much more of a scratch. These lasers high have been so potent, able to catch BONK jumping, and while Meta Knight's got a lot of jumps, they don't take him very high very quickly, so good coverage from Zomba, and these F smash is still going to be great from BONK. Lagless moves, just takes a little bit of time to come out. You just got to respect R.O.B's space.
And speaking of respecting Rob's space, BONK has been doing a pretty good job of hanging deep on the ledge, making sure that Zomba can't find those landing back airs that he looks for so often, especially when his opponents try to go for those neutral get-ups or try to go for those jump get-ups. But, well, that's another time that Zomba has caught BONK with that strong laser, and now the back air is going to find its mark, sending BONK deep off stage, and that is an unfortunate shuttle loop that takes him a little bit too high past the ledge, but he is at least able to fire back with the F smash almost immediately. So Zomba isn't going to be able to build up too much of a lead, but he does still have a full stock up on BONK. And knowing Zomba, you said it yourself a little bit earlier, he's not going to let this advantage slip away from him without a fight.
No, not at all. He's still holding on to it. Actually, just usually proving that Rob's advantage, even outside of arm rotor combos, is still just as devastating. Yet you can say the same thing for BONK's Meta Knight. That's assuming he lands a hit at all. Like, Zomba's been able to be so suffocating.
Well,
and air dodging through it, just jumping a little bit too high. That's great timing to mix up his DI from Zomba. Ooh, close one.
Yeah, but he gets caught by the back air on the falling down two. Zomba has BONK stuck at the ledge again. A good get-up attack is going to get him out of danger, and the jab in two. BONK is doing a pretty good job of keeping Zomba boxed out of his space, but you mentioned it before, Rob is a menace both in neutral and advantage, so just one big stray hit could spell the end of this game number 2 and bring us to a game 3. Speaking of a stray hit, there it is. A little bit of unfortunate DI from BONK, but regardless, that is going to be the star KO, and that is going to be Zomba putting a point up on the board. I want to see that last kill again once we get to it in the replays, because Ubel, I'm pretty sure that BONK did not DI it correctly, and yeah, he was DIing down and away. But fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you are getting caught by Rob's up air, DI behind him and also down.
Which is interesting, because that was where he was heading in the first place. He was heading to run off stage, down and away, to try and snipe Zomba off with an edge guard and get a stock off quickly. So an overcorrection, or an unneeded one for sure, as we take it to small battlefield. Small stage still offers the same benefits as PS2 with these bi-plat layout, but wider platforms means Monk will have more room to reset, and that means more room to find these kills.
There it is, Ubel. Once again, for the second time this set, BONK finds the ladder into the shuttle loop near the top blast zone to take out Zomba's stock, and this is a great lead for him and also a great opportunity for BONK to try and move his way into winners finals, where he'll be facing off against the winner of Jen and Jackal, which will be up next on stream. But he's still got to get 2 more stocks off the board from Zomba, and if the first game was any sort of sign, that's not going to be all that easy. Zomba went down 3 stocks to 1 at the start of the first game and still very nearly brought that back, but this is BONK's opportunity. No, the gyro interrupts the ladder, so he has no chance to get it going again.
And he was looking for an edge guard, but Zomba smartly enough going underneath the stage. He's got to be careful with how good Zomba has been at just in his entirety, being a very hard player to find hits on. So while BONK's been making the most of those, you're at 144 now, and you better find something to make the most out of this lead. But the parry on the final jab, yeah, or not indeed. 48% is nothing to a Rob that knows how to get his damage going.
Right, like this extra credit is really not all that much in the grand scheme of things. Like, sure, remember, Rob is big, so he can get caught by these combos from Meta Knight, but the combos have to get started in the first place, and maybe going to get the kill there. No, Zomba has some good DI, so he is going to get out of it. The drag down bear still not enough to do the job, and BONK is struggling to get the kill here.
He's really looking for it. Had the air dodge read, but wasn't able to get the spacing right for that shuttle loop. No, great parry, and he's looking for the down tilt. Oh, a misread on BONK's part as Zomba's able to get away scot-free. Okay, that
good.
shuttle loop
won't
fall out.
Yeah, I do like the attempt from BONK, because that is something that Zomba has shown a pretty large propensity to do, and that is roll behind off of those tech chase situations like that, but didn't do it that time, recognizing what BONK wanted, so was able to escape at least a little bit longer with his life. But look at this damage racking up. He should be able to take this stock very soon if BONK isn't careful. Dimensional Cape back up onto the stage, and yeah, this is going to be a hefty punish for his troubles, and that's the stock.
Yeah, again, a little bit of frustration coming out from BONK with this up air. Great setup from Zomba just off of the classic R.O.B down throw. So here we have it, just a rather even game overall, especially after these low percent combo windows for Meta Knight. We're just going to get to see how good is BONK's neutral while Zomba has all of these options available to him. These dash attacks and punish landings have been cute, have been good, but finding the kill has always been the troublesome part.
And Zomba's also been doing a pretty good job of covering his own recoveries back to the stage with those gyro tosses to make sure that BONK doesn't have the opportunity to go for those full hop back airs towards Zomba as he recovers, and very nearly getting hard punished again for that dimensional cape. BONK's got to be careful with his landing because it is very, very laggy on the end. Speaking of very laggy on the end, he's sent deep off stage. The gyro comes out, not going to connect, but he's in a bad position here, stuck at the ledge versus a R.O.B. Good tech from Zomba, gives him a second lease on life, and now he's going to be chasing in. 97 to 122, Ubo. This is very, very close, and this is the decider game, so it is a very, very important one to win, and both of them seem to be trying their absolute hardest to find it.
Trying to space him out with that extra sword, going for a little bit of overshoot with that fair, and it just connects R.O.B's big body, unable to get out in time. It's the backer slumps right through the gyro, slices that item in half, and gets to the R.O.B in the middle. That is a clean game coming out from BONK, able to close out in just the nick of time before Zomba is able to get anything started on stage, as he takes the upset 4-1, 4 seed over 1 seed, and positions himself in winners finals.
Yeah, very, very well played from BONK overall throughout the entirety of that game, and especially there at the end when the pressure was on, knew what options were safe, knew what he needed to throw out, and knew what his win condition was in that situation, so just stayed patient, stayed calm on the ledge, threw out that back air, clanked through the gyro, and finished it off with that beautiful kill, and like you said, finds himself a spot in winners finals. Very, very well played overall, but we'll probably be seeing Zomba again later on in bracket, as we tend to do. You said it yourself during the first game.